For the overmind.
Oh my god, he's whacked.
Hey Nukenites, it's Nuke! And it's time for a little pre-game show, if you will. Boxer versus freaking YellOw, the Legends match to end all Legends matches. It's gonna be so good! And this might be one of the last times these guys face off in the game of Brood War, so get pumped, people. I know I'm pumped. Oh man, I'm so excited. I'm almost too excited, really. Because at a certain point of excitedness, I just get so excited that it impedes my ability to cast. And I'm kind of feeling like that right now. Heart's racing, so... okay, deep healing breaths. Boxer versus YellOw! Deep healing breaths. Okay, here we go. This is going to be played on Fighting Spirit. Couldn't have picked a better map, in my opinion. And these two are pretty much the most famous pro gamers in the history of everything. So, let's do it. Sorry. Okay, gotta be professional. Adjust my tie. Yes, I am wearing a full piece suit. Or pajamas. I'm gonna let you guess which one it actually is. Here we go. Except, down at the 5 o'clock position, and purple is Boxer. You may have heard of him. That means YellOw was down at the 8 o'clock position in Teal. Yeah, I like how Boxer's rocking his 4U uniform. Had to dig deep in the closet for that one, I'm sure. Because that's what SK Telecom T1 was called before it was SK Telecom. I think that name change happened in 2004. So yeah, I had to fight off the moths for that one, I'd say. And I'm pretty sure YellOw is wearing KTF gear. Maybe KT Rolster gear, but probably KTF Magical Ends. Well, it's actually Magicians, but Magical Ends is funny. So there's YellOw. He's scouting over to the 5 o'clock position. He's going to get some early scouting information on Boxer. And I wrote this down in my notes for this game a few days ago, and I have no idea why. I wrote, in all caps, KT Finger Boom! With 4 exclamation points behind it. Don't know why. Probably just because it was funny as well. That's what KT Rolster was briefly known as in 2009. They changed their name to KT Finger Boom, and the world collectively giggled. So they changed it the same month to KT Rolster. But okay, there's Boxer doing a complete wall, or starting a complete wall inside of his natural. Spawning pool first build from YellOw. So he might be able to do a bit of early Zergling aggression. Plus he's scouting Boxer immediately. But so is Boxer. Boxer's coming down to the 8 o'clock position. He's going to see that YellOw did a spawning pool first build. And he's going to know to complete his wall as quickly as possible. But there's YellOw moving over to his natural. He's going to throw down another hatch. Yeah, but oh, Boxer! Boxer, he checked the natural and didn't see a hatchery, so oh, Boxer! This could be bad. He's moving up to the 10 o'clock position now, and he's going to scout YellOw very late. Oh, hopefully he completes the wall before the Zerglings arrive, because YellOw is coming in. Oh, Grr! The very first OSL champ in the audience. Yes, the first OSL champ was a Canadian. Be proud, Canada. You may have seen him in my hype video. And okay, there's Boxer looking very confused. Going around the map, trying to complete his... Oh, now Raw and Zelos. I'm pretty sure they have every single OSL champ in the audience, which is only appropriate for this kind of thing. But Zergling's already on the way. Boxer has no scout of anything. So thankfully, he's going to complete the wall, getting the 4th supply depot up, and I think there's only 1 or 2 holes in this wall. Definitely one under the barracks. Above the barracks might be safe. But he was holding with a Marine, now holding with an SCV. So if YellOw wants to do a Zergling run-by, he's going to have to take out the SCV first, and then squeeze his way through that funnel. But easier said than done with all those Marines shooting at you. Probably not too viable with that small amount of Zerglings. But there's Boxer, he's hanging in with the scout. Let's see, starting his natural expansion now, getting up the command center. Oh boy. What can I even say to hype up a game like this? 2 freaking legends. when Stork got his 100 wins in the OSL, I said that the only two other players to ever do that were Boxer and YellOw. Two of the most winningest, famous players. And what am I talking about? I don't need to hype this thing. Don't need to hype it at all. Boxer versus freaking YellOw. That's all I need to say. But there's a refinery started for Boxer. The layer is coming up already for YellOw. So it could be going 2-hatch muta, but here comes Boxer trying to get the scout blocked by a drone, but he gets in anyway. Going to get the scout of this layer coming up. And he's already moving out with some Marines to YellOw's natural expansion. So YellOw got to start pumping Zerglings, buddy, because I don't think he had any no static defense at all. He got the Spire at the natural expansion, but here comes Boxer, gonna try to take out some drones at this natural. Backing off though, because he knows that YellOw is pumping from 2-hatch. Zerglings from 2-hatch, which would eventually steamroll Boxer and be able to kill his entire army. So he's got to bring everyone together in the middle, get some more reinforcements in that Marine ball before he tries to, but now he's microing against YellOw's Zerglings. YellOw trying to surround these Marines to the best of his ability, down to 3 Zerglings, and he backs off. But so does Boxer. Boxer was down to about 4 or 5 Marines, so he decides to back off and get together a stronger ground army. He has his academy already, so medics on the way. And once he has a few medics, he could definitely go for another attack. No static defense, and YellOw is waiting for his Spire to pop now to get his main army going, his Mutalist army. But now YellOw is expanding up at the 10 o'clock position. There's Boxer pumping a lot of additional medics. Oh, Jangbi and Jaedong in the audience. Jangbi's like, I think I have some games coming up. Let me check my schedule. Anyway. So, let's see. YellOw, he had started that base up at 10 o'clock, which will be tough to hold once Boxer moves out with his ground army. But with a 2-hatch muta opening like this is a very aggressive harassment-focused build. So YellOw's just going to try to get a lot of muta harassment. He's already pumping his mutas for all the larvae, building a creep colony to morph into a sunken at the front just in case Boxer should go for a counterattack while he's harassing, which is a definite possibility. But here come the mutas. Mutas making their way to Boxer's main. As Boxer's moving out at the same time. Uh-oh. So it could come down to a bit of base trading. But no, YellOw's pulling back for the defense. Coming back with his mutas to fight back Boxer. He has a couple of sunken colonies at the front, one just morphing into a sunken, but he has his mutas, going to try to grind down the army that Boxer has out in the field. And the creep colony was there at the natural, hasn't morphed into a sunken yet. But 2 sunken colonies is probably all that YellOw is going to need to fight back Boxer at this stage in the game. Boxer does not have a very large ground army out at all, as troops are split as well. So now Boxer kind of falling back inside of his main to defend. He's got his engineering bay going, working on the +1 upgrade for the Marines. But here comes YellOw, trying to take out some medics, snipe the medics, get rid of that threat out in the middle, and keep Boxer from going after the 10 o'clock base, I think is the main goal here. There's a, oh, Pincer! Storm zerging his way through everything in the middle, kills most of Boxer's troops. Boxer pulled some reinforcements away from his natural to do this a bit. Here comes YellOw, straight to the natural. No medics out front, so YellOw could actually grind down this Marine army quite a bit if he sticks in here. Yeah, he is focusing on the barracks right now for... Guy has his jaw hitting the floor. He's like, I can't believe I'm watching this, man. But there is the Hydralisk Den up at the 10 o'clock for YellOw, so he is going to get some lurkers out on the ground now. And there's the barracks being lifted by Boxer. He's going to get that back in a line, which will make it easier to macro Medica Marines here in a bit. Here goes YellOw, trying to get some SCV kills, some muta harassment. Of course, he is facing 2 turrets and a bunch of Marines, so he's got to back off for now. Doesn't want to take too many hits on those. Doesn't want to lose a bunch of mutas, which would make it much more difficult to protect that 10 o'clock base, which is still out in no man's land. Not protected by lurkers at the moment. But once he does get lurkers up, he can put those on the high ground and keep away the medic marines. Let's see, here's YellOw trying to take out the turret right next to the Boxer's production buildings. But Boxer has very strategically placed turrets, getting some more kills on the mutas, but now he's got to pull back with all of his medic marines to protect this main, because he doesn't have any turrets right next to that main. He has them to the left side and near the production buildings, but the turret's getting a few more shots in before YellOw pulls out of there. So, okay, the Hydralisk morphing into lurkers now. Got lurkers at the natural expansion and up at the 10 o'clock. They're going to be much more important at the 10 o'clock, though, because now Boxer is getting out a pretty strong ground army, and he's scanned a couple of locations. Yo, that might be the weirdest zoom in I've ever seen from the cameraman. Forehead. Nice. So, okay, here comes YellOw. He's working his way up. Gonna try to snipe a marine or two, get lucky. Oh, a little bit of missed micro from him. Gets out of there, though. And now he's transferring up with some drones to that 10 o'clock position to get that up and going. Oh, I think that's Boxer's autobiography, actually. Fan wants to get an autograph on that later. Let's see. Uh-oh, YellOw. He put his drones on the gas before the gas was done. So the drones is staring at the extractor like, so what do we do now? I forget. We mine something, but okay. So here comes Boxer. He's moving up with his entire ground army. Going out into the middle of the map, and no doubt going to try to take out that 10 o'clock. I'm sure he's scanned it by now. But lurkers on the high ground, YellOw should be safe, unless Boxer does something ridiculous, like trying to break up a lurker choke. I wouldn't put it past him, but we're going to see what he does. He's still out in the middle, kind of between the 10 o'clock and the natural, trying to decide exactly where he wants to attack. It'd be extremely difficult to take out this 10 o'clock base with the lurkers in the high ground like this. But let's see, Boxer, he's going for it. Oh, I'm so excited to see if Boxer is going to try this. It would be insanity, but that's Boxer for you. He scans on the high ground. He's getting close, but he's not attacking yet. He's trying to get his marines into position. He's trying to move up the ramp. He scans. He is going to try to take out these lurkers on the high ground, but he is firing from the low ground, which makes it much more difficult. Oh, the gamble doesn't quite pay off. Look at that smirk from Boxer. He's like, oh, I gave it my best. Gave it my all. Oh, there were stacked lurkers there, so that would have been difficult to do anyway. Had one lurker right on top of another. No, that sounded kind of filthy, but anyway. Lurkers outside the natural expansion as well. Plenty of static defense now for YellOw, and he has his Defiler mound coming up. So he's going to have Defilers, Dark Swarm to fight back Boxer even more. And Boxer right now is stuck on 2 bases. He needs to take a third immediately. Working on his Irradiate now at the science facility for the inevitable science vessels. But there's YellOw scouting an attempted base down at the 6 o'clock. That is where Boxer is trying to expand. Whether or not YellOw will let him do that is still up in the air. Let's see. Look at the first science vessel out now for Boxer. Ooh, Scourge lying in wait. He said, come here, Mr. Science Vessel. We love science vessels, said the Scourge. Alright. Tanks out now for Boxer, which will make this much more powerful attack, and it will allow him to finally face down these lurkers. And won't see the same kind of slaughter we saw earlier. But here goes the Scourge! Oh, the Scourge take out the first science vessel! Oh, that's horrible for Boxer. If he wants to attack the lurkers, oh, you gotta scan, he does scan, trying to surround the lurkers, he takes out every lurker right as the scan wears off. So yeah, it takes out everything at the front. Now it's just static defense left, but that will buy YellOw some time enough to get up his Consume, Research, and the Dark Swarm soon. Because Boxer positioning with his siege tanks, he does siege, going to kill the sunken colonies first, but now Consume Research is done, so YellOw moving up with lurkers under the Dark Swarm, which will allow him to hold his natural expansion a little bit longer while he's out there expanding, because YellOw, I think, is expanded over at the 9 o'clock and the 10 o'clock natural. Oh, Greater Spire from YellOw. So he is going for Guardians which he's right behind the natural expansion of Boxer. That will allow him to harass that base until Boxer can get in there with a science vessel to irradiate or something. But the big ridge behind the natural will make it very difficult to get rid of Guardians. So this will be interesting. As I've mentioned many times before, Guardians are kind of notorious for losing Zerg players the game these days, but these guys, I'd say, are kind of the exception to the rule. They're not going to play the normal standard type of play. They're already playing ridiculously. So, who knows what's going to happen. But now the Guardians coming into play, going to try to harass this natural. Ridiculous. Now, of course, they are grouped up. One good irradiate will probably get rid of some of them. But there is Boxer trying to take out this 9 o'clock base, going straight for the 9 o'clock. He kills a lurker over there. But one Devourer just to protect the Guardians. That's ridiculous. Ridiculous, YellOw. Freaking Devourer out there just in case a Wraith or something would come in. But 2 Irradiates going to take down quite a few Guardians in that clump, I think. Because a few of them were clumped up behind that base. But the 9 o'clock base goes down. Successful attack from Boxer. Now Boxer, he's losing tanks left and right though. So he's got to fall back a bit, get a big grouping of medic marines and tanks. Boxer is actually taking quite a few losses behind that natural. He hasn't gotten rid of all the Guardians yet. He focused everything over at that 9 o'clock position. So now he's got to kind of fall back. He has some vultures out laying mines, which will help out a lot with the lurkers. Lurkers going forward just pop like water balloons to mines, but there is medic marines trying to fight back dark swarms everywhere though from YellOw. He stacks a couple of dark swarms there just in case. Extra dark swarm. On top of one another, look at that, one single hero Guardian going to try to take out the comsat station. But so far, Boxer has had no answer to the Guardians behind his base. He irradiated, but oh, Ultraless Cavern! Ultra's on the way for YellOw, but there is finally the Wraith to take care of these Guardians. Wow, epic beard, man. Epic beard in the audience. Here comes Boxer. He has a dropship out finally. I mean, that's what you know Boxer for, is dropship plays. I'm surprised he hasn't gone for a little bit more of that. But now he has a dropship out to drop behind a base and be annoying. Here comes YellOw. I gotta come up and do a Dark Swarm. He does Dark Swarm just in the nick of time. Gonna force these tanks away. Oh, another good Dark Swarm from YellOw. Gonna force these tanks back even further. And Boxer was kind of caught up in micro, so he kept his tanks right there next to the Dark Swarm, which means they took even more damage. But here comes the dropship. Oh, YellOw finds the dropship. See if Boxer can kick, and no troops out at all. 1 Marine, and that's it. YellOw was ready for that. He had his Scourge just ready to intercept, so he must have seen it earlier in the game. Or maybe he just knows Boxer so well at this point. He's like, I know Boxer's gonna drop me. Might as well get some Scourge prepared. But more Dark Swarm going to come in soon from YellOw. He's trying to come in, do a bit of mind dragging. Oh, the mind drags into Boxer's troop, killing a bunch of medics. Those medics were crucial in this, but Boxer's just going for the kill, running by the Dark Swarm with no medics, but he does have Firebats out front, which will help out a lot under the Dark Swarm, but still plague from YellOw, plaguing the troops. And now Ultras. Oh, Ultras on the way for YellOw. Lots of Ultras moving out too. This is probably going to surprise Boxer, who is definitely running behind. Definitely running behind. He has his 3rd base down at the 6 o'clock. I'm not sure how much he's actually mining at that base, but he needs a 4th base soon, and he needs to start killing more of YellOw's bases, because YellOw now has 7 bases going. So there is Boxer over at the 9 o'clock, probably the easiest one to take down at this point, just because you can sneak through the middle to do that. Look at these Ultras coming in to the 6 o'clock. Boxer trying to hold, trying to take out this hatchery at the 9 o'clock, but he loses all of his Marines at that 9 o'clock position, so he wasn't even able to take that hatchery down. He's trying again at the 12 o'clock, but Boxer trying to scan, get rid of these lurkers in the middle. snipes the Defiler. That is crucial because Ultras with Dark Swarm, oh my god, what a nightmare. The 12 o'clock position was taken down by Boxer. He's moving out there, seeing what he can do, but he's forced to lift off at the 6 o'clock, and that's very, very bad. He needs that base so badly right now. He's doing a good job of harassing and moving out, taking out bases. The defensive matrix of Marine trying to surround the Ultras to take them down, but so many Ultras. I don't know if Boxer can do this. Boxer backs off. There's YellOw holding his ground, just running right into the mines, because what do Ultras give a damn about mines? It's just like, oh, was that a mosquito? That was weird. Okay, Ultras making their way over to Boxer's base again. Boxer mined out almost inside of his main. Oh boy, Science Vessel coming out front for the Medic Marines. Of course, a big grouping of Medic Marines are very good at taking down Ultras, but you need a very large group of them. And so far, I'd say Boxer just doesn't quite have enough. All the commentators on their feet. I would do that, but I would wrinkle my suit. Yes, adjust my tie a bit. There's YellOw. YellOw's coming down here. YellOw going to take the extractor down at the 6 o'clock. He's just trolling Boxer now. No, look at that BM. Boxer is transferring down to the 6 o'clock. He's freaking Ultras. And that Queen out. He's got like maxed on Ultras. Look at all those freaking Ultras. Oh my god. So now, look at that. YellOw's going to surround, get the Queen in for good measure. Look at that. Queen dancing around, dancing the Queen. This is hilarious. Oh, YellOw. Finally getting some revenge for all those losses he's taken. YellOw has never won a tournament. He has always gotten second place. Look at that look from YellOw, like hell freaking yeah. Finally gonna win. Infested Command Center. Infested Command Center down at the 6 o'clock. YellOw floating that back for himself. Might make some infested Terrans soon. This is ridiculous. So there's a little bit of payback from YellOw for all the times that Boxer has stopped his dreams from happening. Oh boy. YellOw is always getting number 2. And now, I think YellOw's going to win. I think that's a pretty good possibility. With the 15 million tons of Ultras flooding in, Boxer typing ... Probably doing a Yo Mama joke at this point. Another infested command center. And there's YellOw typing, give me command. Oh boy. So this is GG from Boxer. Wow. Complete domination from YellOw. Finally wins in a final situation. I'm going to give YellOw an unofficial gold for that one. That was fantastic. Unofficial trophy goes to YellOw. Fantastic opening set between two of the best guys to ever play the game. Well, that was our pregame show. How about we get into the finals now? Alright, let's do it.